Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and another great episode of another strategy. Today we want to take a look at Dragbed, which seems like it's getting more and more unpopular, even though it's not that weak. Especially right now, because the single fern towers are so powerful, overall bets are crazy strong. You saw that in my Yeti bet video, where I was talking about and showing you guys the different ways and how to do that. But today we want to talk about the Dragbed strategy. I just showed you the strategy the army composition which I'm going to use, but today, or for now, if you guys would like to support me or my channel, make sure to go in your settings, more settings, and type in the creator code iTzu. If you would like to support any creator out there, make sure to do so because, well, times are tough, you guys know that, so thank you guys so much for the support. For example, if you're buying the new Gold Pass, make sure you have some creator in there. If you would like to support me, like I said, just create a code iTzu. Small or big letters do not matter. Thank you guys so much for your support, and let's get started with the first attack. The first attack is actually against the base which I just uploaded a couple of days ago, which is kind of funny. So as you guys know, I'm normally trying to defend myself when I'm building those bases, like when I'm tweaking those bases. And on this one, well, actually, I never tested with Dragbed. Obviously, like, I'm not that famous for my Dragbed attacks, or at least not in a good way. But on this one, what is kind of annoying for those Dragbed attacks is the sweepers. For Yeti bets, it's not that hard, to be honest. As long as you're taking out the bottom part of the base, the upper part is kind of spread out, and you can take out those wither towers easily. So what I'm doing over here, I'm starting off with kind of Electron without Electro Dragons and without a clone spell, just instead with dragons, to take out the sweeper and create like a nice pathing for my dragons. Because what I'm doing, I'm trying to interrupt like this ring, which is like some sort of existing in this base. The next step for me is taking out the enemy clan castle, and yes, clever me, I'm able to drop my king into the single Inferno Tower range, even though it's not necessary. Well done. That was well done over there. But let's get back to the attack, back to the important part. Now we're having the dragons entering the town hall. We have the warden ability helping them through all of the damage and everything. The tornado trap, you guys see it, is exactly where I placed it, so you guys know that's my base. I know that most of the black mites are at the top right side, so I want to dodge them. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get rid of those annoying wizard towers. We have one ice golem left, which I didn't show you guys in the beginning. Like, I changed that for like 3 loons. Because I feel like those wizard towers are so freaking annoying, and most of the people are not really placing them carefully. Like, they're most of the time kind of on the outside, like on this base. So this is why I really like to have those ice golems with us. It's helping so freaking much against those wizard towers. And well, now we just have to keep the wizard towers frozen, and then one last freeze for the top side, and this should be a juicy first triple. And if you guys are saying this base was not well upgraded, well, cannon-wise and wall-wise, I agree, yes. But most of the archer towers were maxed before the last update, so still pretty decent base upgrade-wise. And well, we were able to smash it, so nicely done over there. And well, let's keep going. Let's try to keep find annoying bases which we can triple. Or nice bases to triple as well. I mean, I don't care. As long as we can get those triples in, I'm totally fine with that. So let's get to the next one in a second. Taking the last seconds. And it's the black mine is over there as well. It's 100% my base. So I'm sorry, buddy. I'm super sorry if you're watching my videos. I would have liked to make you get a defense as well, because this would have made this would have like promoted my base better. But well, I'm sorry. So on this base, this is an anti 3-star base, which looks kind of interesting. The town hall location is kind of far at the bottom, but on the other hand, we have 3 freaking wizard towers at the top right side. So now we have a couple of options what we could go for. The first option, which I will go for in the end as well, is I will try to take out those 3 wizard towers with my queen and my king. That's kind of like the goal of those. And then we have 2 options to come in from the flanks of my heroes with the dragons. Either from the right side of the base or from the left side of the base. So pause the video now and tell me, where would you guys come in from? From the right or from the left side? I will wait. Take your time. But the end decision which I will go for in the end is going from the left side. Yes, I will go on the sweeper, but you have always to take a look for the wizard towers for the splash damage. And we have 2 wizard towers, a scatter shot, and the multi-inferno on the left side. This would have been like ASAP death for my bad spells, which would have been kind of useless over there. So what we're doing instead, we're going into the sweeper, yes, but at the same time we're taking out the entire splash damage with only having the 2 wizard towers on the right side still left, because my heroes are trash, and we all know that, and well, that's how it is. But we can still react to that. But for now, we just keep pushing through the core with our dragons. We are placing now the Ice Golem once again. Key moment for our Ice Golem. Placing the Ice Golem so he's tanking both wizard towers. That's super crucial on this one. Now the bad spells are coming in, taking out the last 2 remaining wizard towers on the right side. And now we have the Royal Champion. And the Royal Champion is normally used for taking out some sort of splash damage, creating better pathing for the bats, stuff like that. So now only the Scatter Shot is still alive, which could actually be annoying for my bats. Obviously the Tunnel as well, but the Tunnel is going down in a second. So we do not have anything left anymore, which is actually dangerous. Freezing one more time the Town Hall and, well, have 1 freeze left. Obviously I could freeze it at the bottom, but always remember, take a look at the entire base. And on the right side, at the top right corner, you can see the enemy Royal Champion is still alive. What this means is, since the Royal Champion is most likely in between of our dragons and the last building, which is going to be the Royal Champion platform, we have to use something to get through that, because we have only 3 dragons left. Because we took a kind of heavy dragon entry into a sweeper and did a lot of damage, and having the town of backend is always really time consuming and obviously like a lot of damage for your troops. So we have to use the last freeze for the enemy Royal Champion. This makes sure that my dragons and my own Royal Champion can beat her, and this means this is going to be another triple for us. Obviously, once again, the wall were crap, but the defenses itself were pretty well upgraded. So I take those 40 cups, and I think the base wasn't too easy as well. So what we should do next is let's get into the next attack, and what we can take over to the next attack from this one is always make sure that you take an eye on the splash damage in the base. Otherwise, you have huge issues. Sometimes you need to go into sweepers. Sometimes you need to go into a lot of like dangerous areas with your dragons. But if your bats won't die in the end, this is all worth it. Trust me, 100%. And I will prove it on the next part once again. At the top side, we have a multi-inferno tower, we have 2 scatter shots, and the town hall. Always remember, your bats are trash against the town hall. You need to take that out with your heroes, with your dragons, with something else except the bats. But on the bottom side, we have freaking 5 wizard towers. So, since we have so many different possibilities to tank those, I will show you guys exactly on how to take bases out like this. So we have 2 air defense at the top side. We want to make sure that nothing dangerous is in the clan castle. So what I'm doing, I'm placing my Royal Champion over there and then taking care of the air defense immediately. I was hoping for my Seeking Shield bouncing from air defense to air defense, which was not happening. But in the end, what we got actually was the sweeper, which is actually way more important than this outside air defense. So this was already crucial. The next phase for my attack is placing the king and my own queen on the left side to make sure that we're getting like a pathing somehow sorted for our dragons, because yes, you guys saw it already, we want to take care of the scatter shots and of the inferno tower. Otherwise we'll take heavy damage on the back end, so we need to take care of that kind of early on. The next phase is basically to wait for our dragons to reach the core so we can actually start off with the bats, because we need some sort of tanking for the core, for the back end, for our bats. Otherwise they will have no chance to get through. So we have to think clever. So let's get started with our last rage, and we're placing that rage to force the big group in the core to go in the core. Like with this rage, we're forcing our dragons into the core because the connection cannon kinda is already cleared. So now we can get started with the dragons. I'm using the one slammer on the bottom of the base to make the pathing for the bats better. Obviously, we're not taking care of the wizard towers, but we're taking care of the path. And just take a look, the bats are grouped up so much that they're basically one-hitting those defenses, and this is kind of the crucial part. Remember, we're going into 5 wizard towers with our bats, but with like clever tanking and clever troop management, we can easily get through that. We have 1 baby dragon left for the bottom of the base. Now the last Inferno Tower is down, the last corner, Tesla is getting cleared in a second as well, and this means this is going to be another triple for us. And guys, never be scared of Wizard Towers if you have so many different possibilities of tanking. The Ice Golem, Royal Champion possibly, we took care, or like we placed her in the beginning. We saved a Slammer left to go into the backing of the base. We have so many possibilities, so guys, never be scared to go into a couple of splash damage buildings, as long as you can create a good pathing and they are one-shotting buildings. This is kind of the key for those bats, and just have a huge bat wave one-hitting every single defense. And that's how you use bats and dragons. That's how easy it is, sometimes. Actually, I took a couple of more tries than I showed you in this video, but it's not that hard to accomplish in Legend League, especially with all of the single Inferno Towers out there. So keep this, give the strategy a try. It's pretty good. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I felt like it was a pretty good video, dragon and bats wise, and I know already what I will go for tomorrow, but you will see that tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.